All right, let's just jump right in. If you've ever tried to grow a business, you know the struggle, right? You need all these different tools, one for leads, another for emails, one for your customers. But what if the whole way we even build these tools is about to change, like fundamentally? Today, we're going to look at a totally new agentic way of doing things that doesn't just tweak the system, it blows it up and starts fresh.
And this quote, man, this just says it all, doesn't it? It's that exact feeling when you're supposed to be celebrating success, but every new customer or every new campaign just adds another headache. It stops feeling like growth and starts feeling like you're just getting buried in complexity. So why? Why does it have to be so painful? Well, the pain comes from this thing right here, this Frankenstein's monster that pretty much every business ends up building. You've got your form tool duct taped to your email marketing tool, which is barely talking to your social media scheduler, and then you've got a CRM somewhere trying to make sense of it all. It's a mess. Data gets dropped, context is totally lost, and you end up spending all your time just trying to fix the connections instead of actually growing your business.
Okay, but this is where it starts to get really, really interesting. Instead of just slapping another band-aid on this broken model, we're talking about a massive shift, a completely new paradigm for how we build the tools that fuel our growth. This slide really nails the core of that shift. For what feels like forever, the best we had was drag and drop, manually moving blocks around, spending hours guessing what might work. The new way, it's called prompt and validate. You literally just describe what you want, like, I need a lead form for my new webinar. And an autonomous system just builds it, instantly. And it's not just faster, it's smarter, because it's optimized by AI from the ground up. This is a game changer. So how on earth is this even possible? The magic here isn't just a slick new look. It's a completely different engine running under the hood. So let's pop the hood and take a look at the tech that makes this whole prompt and validate thing work, the agentic stack.
And for any of the developers listening, this is where you're going to want to lean in. The whole thing is orchestrated by LangGraph SAS. The best way to think about it is like a conductor for an orchestra. Instead of one single AI trying, and probably failing, to do everything perfectly, LangGraph manages a whole team of specialized AI agents. And that multi-agent system is exactly what lets it take a complex idea and turn it into a real working tool.
So let's actually walk through what happens. It starts with you, with a simple prompt. Let's say, create a registration form for a high-end SaaS product. Okay, first, the architect agent kicks in and analyzes that. It figures out what fields you actually need to get high conversion rates. Then, the Schema Agent builds the perfect, clean data structure behind the scenes. And finally, a UI node takes that perfect schema and just maps it right onto the visual canvas. It's this beautiful, seamless flow from your idea to a finished product.
Now, this brings us to what might be the coolest part of the whole system, agentic validation. See, a normal AI just gives you an answer. But here, the AI agents actually critique their own work. They're programmed to ask questions like, hey, is this field really necessary? Or could we make this simpler for the user? It's like having a built-in quality control team that makes sure the final output is as lean and effective as possible. So, that's the engine. That's the theory. Now, let's see what happens when you point this powerful engine at a real-world problem. And the first product is something every single business on the planet needs, forms. And here's the result of all that tech. Yeah, you're seeing that right. The time it takes you to go from an idea in your head to a fully functioning, beautifully designed live form on your website is less than 60 seconds. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. That kind of speed completely changes the game for testing new ideas and launching campaigns.
But this is way more than just a fast form builder. They call it an experience engine. Of course, you get that insane prompt to form speed, but you also get a full canvas if you want to get in there and make manual tweaks. It has the cinema-grade user experience. I'm talking super fluid animations that just make it feel incredibly high-end. And, maybe most importantly, it has conversion science baked right in, so it helps you see where people might be dropping off. It's the whole package.
But as amazing as all that is, forms are really just the front door. The much bigger vision here isn't about just one tool. It's about creating a single, intelligent operating system for a business's entire growth strategy.
And this quote just perfectly tees up the next big problem. So you've captured a lead with your gorgeous new form, and then what happens? For so many businesses, that lead gets dumped into a spreadsheet and that's it. All that excitement, all that context just dies. This is the next piece of the puzzle that Poplitu is designed to solve.
And here's the game plan for how they're going to solve it. The whole journey starts with Forms that's out right now. Next up is Poplitu email, which will plug right in so you can send instant follow-ups without needing another subscription. After that, they're adding a social media studio. And the whole thing builds towards the relationship cloud, a truly agentic CRM that finally closes the loop on that entire customer journey.
So why does having everything in one place matter so much? Well, when all your tools are designed to work together from the start, the benefits are huge. You get unbelievable speed, launching whole campaigns in minutes, not weeks. You get absolute clarity because you have one single source of truth for everything. And of course, you save money because you're not paying for 5 different tools anymore.
When you zoom out, you can really see this is a move away from that painful past of clunky, disconnected tools. It's a move toward an intelligent, unified future where growth actually feels exciting again, not exhausting. This journey from a massive problem to a really elegant solution is what this next wave of technology is all about.
So I guess I'll just leave you with this one thought to chew on. We've just seen how autonomous AI agents can build the single most important entry point to your business, that front door, in just a few seconds. With that huge problem now solved for you, what incredible experiences, what amazing products, and what lasting relationships will you have the time and the energy to build on the inside?